Okay, next thing we're gonna make is we're gonna make the Butterdude's barbecue sauce. Now this barbecue sauce is very easy to make. A good barbecue sauce is hard to find. I personally, there's several of them out there. I'm a big fan of Famous Dave's, big fan of Baby Ray's. There's a lot of good barbecue sauces you can buy. I like to make my own. The caveat with making mine is I did the recipe based on my rib rub. So in order to make this, you would have to purchase my rib rub to be able to make it. But you'll see it's very easy to do. We're gonna go ahead and triple this batch today. But the recipe for the Butterdude barbecue sauce calls for, of course, butter. 3 sticks of butter. Each recipe calls for 1 stick. We're tripling the batch. So it's gonna be 3 sticks of butter. That's almost 1 pound. 3/4 of a pound of butter. Okay, and we'll go ahead and let that melt for a minute. I'll do it on low heat. Again, we don't like burnt butter. So go ahead and turn that low. Get something to stir it with, just to make sure it doesn't burn. And we'll go ahead and get that butter completely melted. Okay, so the next thing we need to add, that butter is just about melted all the way. It doesn't have to be melted all the way, but the next thing we're gonna add is, the recipe calls for 2 cups of ketchup. And so we're putting 6 in because again, we're tripling the batch. Okay, so there is the 6 cups of ketchup. So we can start blending this together. The next thing we're gonna put in is 1/4 cup mustard per, so 3/4 of mustard. Again, I'm gonna slowly whisk that all together. It'll take a minute for that butter to kind of combine, but it will go in there and make it wonderful. Next thing we're gonna add is going to be our apple cider vinegar. Oh, hey. Stop her lid, stop her lid. Get out of there. Okay. Next thing we've got is going to be 1/4 cup, or since we're tripling the batch, 3/4 of a cup of honey. Okay, next thing we have is brown sugar. The recipe calls for 1 cup of brown sugar, packed per recipe. So we're tripling the batch, so we're gonna do 3. And let's get that mixed in there. It'll have a tendency to lump up a little bit, but as the heat hits it, it gets diluted in with the ketchup base. You can kind of tamper them out a little bit. Okay, and then the final thing is the Butterdude rib rub. It's 1/2 cup per recipe. So we're going to do 1.5 cups. That has all the spices that you're gonna need for a barbecue sauce. This barbecue sauce is comparable to Famous Dave's rich and zesty, probably, not as much the sassy one. The sassy one has a little bit more heat to it. So if you wanted it a little hot, you could put in a little cayenne pepper or crushed red pepper would work. This is more of a Kansas City style. It's fairly sweet and has a little bit of tang to it. But everything in that rib rub is already in there that you're gonna need for that spice. So that's the barbecue sauce. That's pretty much it from there. So what you do is you just keep it on low and let it simmer, come to a little bit of a rolling boil. And once you kind of simmer it down for about 30 minutes, you're good to go. You can let it cool down and put it in the fridge. That's the rib rub, and that's the recipe at the bottom. So we'll put that on the website of the blog, so you've got it. And we'll have those spices available pretty soon. The other thing is, this is another Butterdude moment, okay? If man made it, don't eat it. If God made it, you can eat it. That's why I eat butter, never margarine. Because man made that, and it's 2 elements off of plastic. And nobody likes to eat plastic. So okay, stay tuned. We're gonna make some more sauce. We're gonna make some more cool stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Remember, we've already got a few people that's commented that wanted us to cook specific things off the Instagram page. Call me. Do anything you want. Throw it on there. Instagram, DM, whatever you want to do. Throw that on there. We'll get that stuff made. I'm going to be doing rainbow chip pancakes, buttermilk syrup. There's a few biscuits, a few things that's been requested. We'll get those things made. Trust me, we'll get it on there. Thanks.